is good, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. We are once again about to save a team in the virtual world of 2K21, one of the best games in history, as we all know. But anyways, guys, my Heat are off to a rocky start. I know they've had some players in and out of the lineup, but right now I believe they're like 7-13, 7-14, one or the other. Doesn't really matter. They won 7 games this season. They are under 500, and the team is just kind of struggling right now. So what I want to do today is hopefully fix them and save the Miami Heat. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. YouTube has told me that 60% of you watching this video aren't even subbed. Go ahead and change that. It's completely free. Other than that, let's rebuild the Miami Heat. Just got back from injury, and I assume once he gets his legs back under him, they're going to go on a little bit of a run. Eventually, I think Miami Heat can still turn their season around like they did. They literally just made the NBA Finals, but a lot of people are sleeping on them and saying, like, you know, if it wasn't for the bubble, they wouldn't have made it. It was just a Cinderella story, and that team was literally just built for the bubble. But now here we are in the regular season, and they are kind of struggling right now, so hopefully they are able to fix it. But I'm going to go ahead and fix the rotation up real quick. So it's like Goran Dragic at the point guard right now, Avery Bradley, Jimmy Butler, Kelly Olynyk is starting at the 4, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro, Duncan Robinson. Already I don't like how some of this is constructed. So what I want to do is I think I'm going to go ahead and move Avery Bradley out of the lineup, and I want Tyler Herro to start. I also want Goran Dragic to be the 6th man because I believe that's usually what he was. I'm going to put Tyler Herro at the point guard, and then we'll have Avery Bradley, Tyler Herro there, Jimmy Butler, Kelly Olynyk, Bam Adebayo. I honestly would rather play I'd rather play Duncan Robinson the starting 5 because I know he definitely starts, but I know we can't start him at the 4. So let's do something like this, but Jimmy Butler playing the 4, a little bit of a small. I don't know. We'll do something along the lines of this, I think. I don't like the starting 5 that it was, so we'll roll with something like this. And then we want to give some more minutes to Duncan Robinson, Avery Bradley, because we all know Duncan Robinson is taking a ton of threes out on the floor, so that's what we want to see him do. So Duncan Robinson, we give Tyler Herro about 35 with Jimmy Butler, some 34, something like that. And we'll roll with this for now. So this is going to be our rotation for the first season. Proficiency is grit and grind with Eric Spoelstra. And I kind of just want to see how this team does. I know there's been a lot of rumors that they're going to try to trade for Oladipo or Bradley Beal at the trade deadline, but I feel like this team is going to have enough money in the offseason just to sign someone upright, and they don't have to trade away their coveted Tyler Herro that they don't seem to want to trade for anybody. So let's just go ahead and stick with what we have, and I kind of just want to see how things go. I think Tyler Herro turns into a beast in this game as well. So we have that going for us, but other than that, let's simulate this first regular season, and let's see how 2K thinks the Miami Heat will do. In the East, which is kind of where I wanted the Miami Heat to be this season, I feel like that's something they could still definitely do if they turn their season around. But these were the awards, as you guys can tell as we scroll through them. They're usually the same. Christian Wood does win Most Improved Player, W, All-NBA First Team, All-NBA Second Team, and All-NBA Third Team. Jimmy Butler does make an All-NBA Third Team, which is awesome, and that's great. I want to see Jimmy Butler make some All-NBA teams again, and then we want to go ahead and, like I said, make sure this team is ready for next season, because I don't think we'll come out as a championship. But Tyler Herro, 18.5 points per game, which is awesome. Bam Adebayo with 18, Goran Dragic with 15 off the bench, Duncan Robinson with 11. So I don't know if we'll win a championship this year, obviously. I don't know if our roster is good enough. So kind of looking into the offseason, hoping that we're going to be able to sign someone in free agency. But we are playing the Boston Celtics, which should be an interesting series, which Miami beat this team in the bubble, which I was relatively surprised by. And we do lose in 7 to them, though. So we did put up a good fight, but unfortunately, we ultimately lost. And that's fine, because like I said, the offseason is kind of where I want to pick my poison, see what we're going to do. So Lakers go on to win over the Bucks in 4 games. Will Milwaukee make it out of the East this season? We will find out. But let's go to the league meetings now. Staff retirements for some reason is still... Okay, wait, what are we doing? Why did it go all the way... It skipped the draft lottery. I literally clicked league meetings, did I not? So it skipped like everything. For why? Why did it do that? Okay, that's a little irritating. It even skipped the draft. Okay, I didn't even have a draft pick, but I literally... All right, you know what? That, I guess, is fine. I didn't really get a choice. Eric Spoelstra, I imagine, is our head coach. Okay, whatever. I guess we're keeping the same coaching staff. I guess we're not even going to, consider having a pick. So Tyler Herro, we are going to accept Goran Dragic's team option. 19 million is a little hefty. I know he's pretty important to the Miami Heat, but I just can't do it. And then, where is Andre Iguodala's team option? Because I definitely want to decline that, unless if he just retired, maybe, which he might have, I guess. And he did not. So I hope he's not on the books, because I have every right to decline that, because that is a team option, if I remember correctly. So Tyler Herro, and yeah, that's probably who I'm going to accept. I'm going to probably let Goran Dragic walk. If we can re-sign him, that would be great, but Duncan Robinson, Kendrick Nunn. I thought the Miami Heat already extended Duncan Robinson, but I guess not. We definitely want him back if possible. But for free agency, also, I got to check. Iguodala, is he still under contract? He is not. Okay, so he is just gone. All right, but moratorium day. As far as free agency, we have some money to sign. So, got Tyler Herro at the point guard right now. Probably should be a shooting guard. We'll see what we want to do about that. Jimmy Butler and KZ Okapala, or however you say his last name. And we got Precious, who's been very impressive this year. So I love him as the backup center for us. And then we literally have no power forward, no shooting guard, which we want Duncan Robinson back. We can re-sign Kendrick Nunn. So honestly, more than anything, we kind of need a power forward, like pretty badly. We're kind of desperate for one. So Kawhi Leonard to Miami obviously would be insane, but I just signed Kawhi in the last video, so I'm not really sure I want to do that again. But there's DeMar DeRozan, which I don't really see him as a power forward in real life, so I don't want to go that route. John Collins, Lauri Markkanen, Jarrett Allen. There's not a ton of power forwards. I know the Miami Heat have been interested in Oladipo, which that could be interesting if we wanted to go grab Mr. Oladipo. Serge Ibaka also would be an interesting power forward option for us. But right now, I'm not really seeing any power forwards that I love. There's Paul Millsap that we could sign. Probably will just sign a power forward that can just kind of manage. But if we wanted to go over the top, which the Miami Heat, Kawhi Leonard would be interesting, like I said, but I just don't know if I want to. Drew Holiday would also be awesome, but I'm just nervous for what is Drew Holiday's shot tendency and all that. Because I know in the last few 2Ks, he's kind of trash in 2K, which I don't love. Mike Conley, Drummond, John Collins. But I know the heavy rumor is the Miami Heat have been interested in Victor Oladipo, so you know what? I will go ahead and sign Oladipo to a 3-year deal, 29 years old. If we want to bring in Victor Oladipo, kind of have something interesting. So we're going to be renouncing Olynyk, Goran Dragic, Maurice Harkless. We're not renouncing Kendrick Nunn, W, and I want Duncan Robinson back as well. So I want Duncan Robinson and Kendrick Nunn back, of course. So we signed Oladipo, which is awesome. So Victor Oladipo, welcome to the Miami Heat's roster. And then Goran Dragic is still very signable, which is actually also another W. Although we might not need him if we want to just going to roll with Kendrick Nunn. And then do we have Duncan Robinson bird rights out here? It doesn't show that, which is very annoying because we should. But other than that, let's see what else we got. So power forward. So we could sign like a Nicholas Batum, has been fantastic for the Los Angeles Clippers. Kind of bring that same energy. Bring Whiteside back to the Miami Heat, which I will not be doing. But I will probably sign Nicholas Batum just to be our bridge power forward for the year. And we'll continue to address that spot because I do not want to renounce Duncan Robinson. Definitely not. Okay. So Goran Dragic is here. I feel like since he wants to come back, I will give him another team option, 1-year team option type deal. We'll sign him. I don't hate it. And then Duncan Robinson, Kendrick Nunn are guys I 1000% want back. I think Duncan Robinson is super important to this Miami Heat roster, and he does come back. So they both come back, W. So we got Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro, Victor Oladipo, Precious, Goran Dragic, Duncan Robinson, Nicholas Batum, Kendrick Nunn, Chris Silva, and KZ. So the team is interesting, to say the least. It's definitely interesting, and I feel like we might be better built to possibly go out there and compete for a championship with Victor Oladipo. Hopefully we get the Indiana All-Star type Pacers Oladipo. So that is kind of what we're hoping for with that contract signing. And let's go to the training camps and why is it doing this, man? All right, let me stop. All right, on top potential, we only have one because we didn't really get the chance to do anything. So I feel like the best thing to do is probably throw this at Precious. I don't know how to say his last name correctly, so I'm not even going to attempt it. So advancing to next season, though, looking at the rotation, we have a 9-man rotation of Tyler Herro, Victor Oladipo, Jimmy Butler, Nicholas Batum, Bam Adebayo, Precious, Goran Dragic, Duncan Robinson, Kendrick Nunn. What a solid team. And I feel like we still have the ammunition to honestly make a crazy trade if needed. But it looks like I'm going to leave this at grit and grind because a lot of players fit this system. Our power forward spot is still something I really want to address. Nicholas Batum cannot be our power forward forever, but for now he's fine, I guess. 77 overall is definitely more than enough, but for now I'm going to simulate this season. Might even stop at the trade deadline, just depends, see how we're doing. But hopefully we're back on top in season number 2 and can compete for a championship. In the Eastern Conference, we come back with the first seed in the East after the acquisitions of Oladipo and Nicholas Batum, and re-signing Goran Dragic, Duncan Robinson, and Kendrick Nunn as well. So the team is actually really good. First seed in the Eastern Conference. Jalen Suggs, Rookie of the Year on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Precious, 6th man of the year. So this man probably was a big part of that. 17-10 off the bench is absolutely actually insane. So we definitely want to keep this man around for quite some time. Jonathan Isaac, defensive player and most improved player, of course, also goes to him because he had a fantastic year. Dan Van Gundy, Coach of the Year. Dylan Shaw, Executive. So kind of our modern day. Nah, I wouldn't say modern day because they're kind of both in the modern day. But I would say like kind of our Montrezl Harrell of the Clippers or the Lakers now, you would say, because obviously he plays for the Lakers, but we all know Montrezl was a great sixth man in LA, whichever LA team you want to talk about, Clippers, Lakers, he's played for both of them now. Okay, so All-NBA first team, Luka Doncic, Trae Young, LeBron, Giannis, Nikola Jokic. All-NBA second team, we have Russell Westbrook, Ja, KD, Tatum, Embiid, and we have Harden, Lillard, AD, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo both making All-NBA third team W. Then Ben Simmons, Matisse, Jonathan Isaac, Kawhi, and Rudy Gobert. And then Drew Holiday, Paul George, AD, Jimmy Butler, Andre Drummond. And Jimmy Butler, if I can speak, makes all defensive second team. Okay, so we're first seed in the East, 56-26. Looking at the player stats, we had 20 points from Jimmy Butler, 18 from Bam Adebayo, 17 from Precious, which is amazing. Tyler Hero with 17, and Oladipo, which honestly, I kind of expect him to come in and be like a 20-point per game scorer for us. But with the upgrade, or with I don't know, point scoring we got from Precious, that probably hindered Oladipo's shots a little bit. And other than that, I'm happy. I'm happy with what we got. So we are playing the Indiana Pacers in the first round. Victor Oladipo's former team, who traded him. So maybe this is a little bit personal for him. We're playing the 8th seeded Pacers, who do have a pretty good roster on paper. But I feel like we could beat them here, and that's kind of the hope here. So let's go ahead and simulate game 1. We do win game 1, so that's a good start. Game 2 does go to us as well. Game 3 goes to us, and we sweep the Indiana Pacers, and we're going on to play the Boston Celtics, which is a team we beat in the bubble, and we pushed them to 7 last season. So with us being the first seed and having home court advantage this time around, does that make a difference? We'll find out, obviously, as I simulate. So simulating round 1, I feel like Robert Williams can't stop Bam Adebayo. Let's see. We win 1-0. That's good. Even it up by the Celtics. We're up 2-1, though, so that's good. 3-1 lead here. Nope, it is an even series. I think I'm going to simcast this next one just because I'm a little nervous to go down 3-2 to the Celtics here. Because you know what? I honestly, with the first seed in the East, I feel like we have our chance to win the championship now. So, yeah, like I said, Bam Adebayo should eat in this series. I don't feel like they have anyone that can defend him. So, 28, 13 and 8, Jimbo over 21, 6 and 6. Precious with 20 and 11 off the bench, man. It's just beautiful. Simcasting again in game 6. Yeah, game 6. So, hopefully we don't have to go to a game 7. Let's just take care of business here in TD Garden. And it is a very close game, but they will push us off and make us win in 7 if we want to advance. So this is going to be a very important game 7, and let's see if we can make something happen here. So in Miami, game 7, Boston jumps on us early, and it is looking like we're not going to win this. The Boston Celtics are once again going to beat us in 7. And that is a little unfortunate. I thought we had our championship window here right now, but we aren't able to take advantage. And we're going to lose 128 to 130 to 114. Bam Adebayo 23, 12, and 9. And we got Boston, Milwaukee, Minnesota, and LA. Similar in the rest of the playoffs, we got Minnesota of all teams winning the championship in 4 over the Boston Celtics. So I think the one last thing I want to do going into next season is absolutely address the power forward spot, and then maybe upgrade the coaching staff a little bit. The power forward spot to cap. Nicholas Batum is, whatever and all, but he can't be the full-time center, especially this next season. We have our first-round pick, so that should help us a little bit. Eric Spoelstra, I feel like his ratings are a little disrespectful, but I'll keep him, obviously. I'm going to fire both his assistants, though, and I'm going to fire my trainer. So I'm going to grab Sean Navarro to be our trainer. And I'm going to grab Trent Peterson, of course, as you guys know. And then my assistant coach, I'm going to grab, let's say we grabbed, I guess we'll grab Ryan Williams. Never mind, he does not want to come here. So I will grab Owen Taylor, I guess. That's probably the best one left. So now going to the draft with the 29th pick and whatever else we may have under contract. We kind of need a power forward. Batum is under contract. So $4 million and 29 and 21 for a power forward right now is basically what I'm going to try to get out of this. So Paul Millsap, but he's just kind of up there in age. Bojan Bogdanovic actually would be dope. Davis Bertans would be interesting. I would rather have a 3 and D4 though. Draymond Green also really interesting. So okay, there was some interesting options. Paul Millsap is a good one. We get a first round pick. We get a 37-year-old Paul Millsap. Chris Dunn, Bojan Bogdanovic also I like that one a lot. Davis Bertans, 29 years old, will shoot some threes. Obviously, his defense isn't there, but he will probably be an upgrade over Nicholas Batum. I don't know if I want to do it. He shot 40%, so he's going to be a nice three-point shooter on the outside at least. Batum will probably go down in overall. if this is the best power forward I'm going to get out of the trade finder, so be it. We get Davis Bertans, I guess, and he will be our new power forward. Hopefully he can hold his own for a little bit. All right, so now straight to player options because we just traded both our Jimmy Butler actually declines his player option, and he is walking in free agency. Tyler Herro and Precious are both very coveted players we want to keep around. Duncan Robinson, of course. Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson are two guys I definitely want back. And then Goran Dragic is, I guess, not even here anymore. He probably retired, which is fine. And we got Bam, Precious, of course. Bertans at the 4, Jimmy Butler we need back, and we need Duncan Robinson. So we basically just need to resign our guys. Is there a power forward out here? Randall, but we'd probably have to renounce to Jimmy Butler, which I don't want to do, obviously. So let's get our star player back, of course, out of all things. $45 million is a lot, but I cannot afford to watch Jimmy Butler walk in free agency. So I am going to give him whatever he wants because he is going to be the key to being good this next season. So I'm going to sign Kendrick Nunn and Duncan Robinson as well, and we should get all of them back, which is a W. I guess we're getting Kendrick Nunn and Duncan Robinson under contracts. And then one last thing I can do, I guess, a 1, 2, 3. We can move Duncan Robinson or Nunn to the 4. I'm going to move Duncan Robinson to the 3, I guess, since he's not going to start. Robinson to the 3. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So could probably bring in some power forward competition. So I will be signing. There's JaMychal Green, Trey Lyles, Rondé, Jabari Parker. I guess I'll sign JaMychal Green to a 2-year deal to maybe compete with Davis Bertans for that starting spot. Other than that, that is going to be our team. We brought back Jimmy Butler, Duncan Robinson, and Kendrick Nunn, of course, Chris Silva, and then we're back. Jimmy Butler and Bam. I don't know why Bam's going down in overall. That makes no sense. He's 25, should only be getting better. Precious up to an 86 overall out of all things. Oladipo, Bertans, and then JaMychal Green's down to a 77. So, going into this next season, I'm kind of hoping we once again dominate the East, but this time we go all the way to the NBA Finals, ultimately to win that championship. I'm 52-30 to finish as the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference, and a beautiful sight to see is for some reason, the Celtics don't even make the playoffs, which is the team that has eliminated us the last 2 years. Our rotation is a little funky because they wanted to start Precious, and he was listed at center. They're like, you know what? Throw Precious and Bam together in the front court. The spacing probably wouldn't be the best, but I was like, you know what? I guess we're going to start Precious. Let's just move him to power forward. He's up to an 89 overall. So yeah, that's why he's listed at power forward. It was 2K's idea, not me. Trust me. But looking at the roster, that was the rotation, like I said. And we had Duncan Robinson, Davis Bertans, Kendrick Nunn, and JaMychal Green all off the bench. Looking at the player stats, we had 21 for Precious as the leading scorer, which is just insane. 19 points from Jimmy Butler, 18.5 from Tyler Herro, 15 from Bam, and 14.5 from Oladipo. So, are we going to go on to win it all this year? We have LaMelo to go through, and Gordon Hayward, and Robert Williams, Miles Bridges. Let's go ahead and simulate game 1 against them. We're up 1-0. We're up 2-0. And it's 2-1 lead now, 3-1, and we beat them in 5. Good. Okay, so now we're on to the second round as the Atlanta Hawks got upset. And now we can maybe make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. No, Devin Booker is on the Orlando Magic for whatever reason in the world, which is interesting. So the Phoenix Suns traded Devin Booker. Okay, so, and he lands in Orlando. Simulating game 1. They win game 1. They win game 2. They win game 3, so they are just way better than us, I guess. So, wow, all right. Way higher seed, but we're just going to get absolutely demolished by the Orlando Magic, right? Is that what's happening here? Okay, so we come back a little bit here, or does it even matter? It doesn't even matter, it seems. Okay, wow, I'm shocked. We're going to lose to Orlando Magic here, 115-120. And we are not going to win a championship in this video. Okay. Orlando is just better. Devin Booker and Orlando. What happened there? Okay, so maybe we can win a game here because I feel like getting swept by the Magic is just out of this world and is just kind of weird and insane. I don't know what's going on. Devin Booker on the three-point line. The shot clock, I feel like, has been going on forever. Booker's going to shoot a mid-range, and he misses it. Thank the Lord. We're going to go to Tyler Herro on the drive. I thought I was going to... What am I doing? Hold on. Let me reset. Never mind. Duncan Robinson's open. His shot release was fast, and it was in and out. I did not expect the shot meter to be that fast, but it should have went in. Unfortunately, it did not. So I got to get a steal here, and we almost did. Okay, we did not get a steal. Next is going to give it to Devin Booker on the three-point line. He is going to absolutely splash it in our face. So that is not good. We are probably going to lose this series, obviously. All right, let's see if I can get a 3 off with Tyler Herro. That was a deep 3. Made no sense for me to take that, but I did anyway. And I've lost my marbles. We've lost Orlando Magic we got swept in the second round. So even when the Boston Celtics, the team that's beat us every year, doesn't make the playoffs, Devin Booker is going to go ahead and eliminate us in the second round, and he's going to be happy doing it. All right, let's see if we can get something going here, man. Tyler Herro, 4-3. Come on. Or something. I don't know. I'm just going to drive with him, I guess. Let's just play up. 117 and 123. I didn't make a single basket until now, which is a little annoying. Let's play the foul game, I guess. What am I kidding? This game is over, man. So Miami, we put together a pretty good roster, but once again, 2K is just being 2K. It's just doing 2K things. Can I get a steal here though before we go? No. Okay, I fouled again. All right, whatever, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I did not expect to get swept in the second round, especially by the Orlando Magic. I feel like our roster is way better. But that'll be all from me. Hope you guys enjoyed. There's Crushables. I'm saying peace.